We're giving away one free saber with every single saber purchase right now at theorysabers.com.
We would be honored if you would join us.
In Darth Bane, Path of Destruction, by Drew Karpyshyn, we witness one of the most important turning points in Star Wars history, the moment Darth Bane conceives the Rule of Two. This wasn't just a small adjustment to Sith philosophy, it was a complete restructuring of the Order, one that would ensure its survival for the next 1,000 years, and directly pave the way for the rise of Darth Sidious and Darth Vader. To understand why Bane created the Rule of Two, we need to look at what the Sith had become under Lord Khan's Brotherhood of Darkness. On the surface, the Brotherhood looked powerful. Tens of thousands of Dark Lords united under one banner, fighting the Jedi across entire systems. But beneath that illusion of strength, Bane saw rot. The Brotherhood's fatal flaw was its attempt at equality. Every member called themselves Dark Lord. Khan promoted unity, insisting that power be shared equally among all Sith. It was meant to prevent infighting, but in truth, it went against everything the Sith Code stood for. As Bane reflects in the novel, the Sith Code isn't about compromise, it's about conflict. Peace is a lie, there is only passion. Through passion, I gain strength. Through strength, I gain power. Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. This is the very foundation of the dark side. That strength and freedom are achieved only through struggle, ambition, and victory. By demanding equality, the Brotherhood diluted passion and ambition in trying to suppress rivalry. Khan suffocated the drive that made the Sith powerful in the first place. Bane came to see the Brotherhood as hypocrites. They spoke the code but lived in defiance of it. They were clinging to a fantasy of unity, and in doing so, they had doomed themselves. Bane realized that the Sith were not meant to be an army. The dark side isn't built for mass movements or committees. It's a fire, a force that burns brightest when concentrated. Revan's words gave Bane clarity. The Sith must be remade, their structure reduced to its purest form. And so, Bane forged the Rule of Two. One master to embody the power of the dark side, and one apprentice to crave that power. No more titles spread across thousands. No more pretenses of equality. No real infighting in the masses. Only a cycle of strength, where the apprentice would learn everything from the master and then either surpass them or perish. In either case, weakness would be cut away and the Sith would continue to evolve. The book makes clear how deliberate this philosophy was. When the Brotherhood gathered on Ruusan, Bane watched them prepare the Thought Bomb, a weapon of the dark side so destructive it would annihilate both Sith and Jedi in its path, and yet he chose not to participate. He knew it was suicide, born of desperation and arrogance. The Brotherhood of Darkness had destroyed itself through its own weakness. He alone had survived, the sole heir of the Sith's legacy. This line is critical. Bane didn't just survive by chance, he engineered it. By standing apart, he allowed the Brotherhood to annihilate itself. In that moment, the Rule of Two wasn't just a theory, it became reality. He was the master, and the Sith would begin again in secret. What makes the Rule of Two so powerful isn't just the simplicity of the structure, it's the deception it created. With the Brotherhood destroyed, the Jedi believed the Sith were extinct. The Jedi even built a monument on Ruusan to commemorate the end of the war, convinced they had eradicated their ancient enemy. Meanwhile, Bane slipped into the shadows, laying the foundation for 1,000 years of Sith plotting. This is where the brilliance of Bane's vision becomes clear. The Brotherhood sought to destroy the Jedi through brute force, armies, fleets, battles, and they failed. Bane understood that the only way to destroy the Jedi was through patience, secrecy, and manipulation. The Sith would no longer announce themselves to the galaxy. They would become a hidden hand, quietly cultivating power through generations. Every apprentice would be driven by ambition, compelled to eventually challenge their master. If they succeeded, the Sith Order grew stronger. If they failed, the stronger master endured. Either way, weakness was eliminated. Over centuries, the cycle created a refined, perfected lineage, one strong enough to eventually give rise to Sidious, who would succeed where Khan and the Brotherhood had failed. It's worth kind of pausing here for a second to note how Lucas mirrors this concept in the prequels. In The Phantom Menace, Yoda tells the Council always two there are, no more, no less, a master and apprentice. By that time, the Rule of Two had been in place for nearly 1,000 years, but the Jedi still didn't fully grasp its implications. They thought that the Sith were extinct, only to find themselves blindsided by Sidious's grand plan, a plan that was rooted in Bane's vision. And no, we're not going to count the Acolyte as ever having existed, because that never should have happened. This is why Bane matters so much. Without him, there is no Sidious. Without him, the Jedi might have truly eradicated the Sith. Instead, his Rule of Two turned the Sith into a lineage of predators, waiting in the shadows until the galaxy was weak enough to strike. When we look at the downfall of the Jedi in Revenge of the Sith, it's tempting to place all the blame on Palpatine. But the truth is, the victory wasn't just Sidious's, it was Bane's. He was the one who ensured the Sith survived, refined, and perfected themselves across centuries until the moment came for the Jedi to fall. Thanks so much for watching today's video, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you did, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you, always.